I suddenly got uncomfortable. That was that changed real fast. Hot damn.
Well, now.
Oh, no. Hold on this.
Put out live on Twitch.
Let me turn on that. There we go. Turn on that live comment. Call it chat. Call it what it is. Chat.
Use the C word.
Yeah.
Chat.
Our C word. Oh, you know what? Maybe it should.
Inviting all comers to come in the chat.
All are welcome.
Yep.
Yay. We got Coop. We got Other Restrained. We got Big B. We got Dylan Theus. Seeing some new names. I love it.
You can see them all in that magic box right there.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
We'd
In
let
the
you
box,
see it,
you
but
can
then
see
we'd
the
have to
chat.
share. We'll let you know if they say anything interesting.
About you specifically.
Flying
if
Car
it's interesting
100.
and not about you, we are under no obligation to tell
No
you. We're keeping our
promises.
cards close to the vest on those.
Yeah. But look at this, man. Yeah, this works. I like it. And then, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, man, I said a whole bunch of yes, and now I farted up the fire. I'm not having a stroke. Everything's fine.
You know, the only difference between g'day mates and gay mates is a D right in the middle.
Oh, my God. Please do it. That's a good one. When did you write that one?
Right now. Farm to table jokes.
Homegrown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look at this.
Yeah.
I even got an alert saying that we're live.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you just want to go straight into the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
I don't know,
7:30.
it feels like a good vibe.
Yeah, I think we're all
Feels like
primed
the
up.
vibe is vibing.
Annalisa, how did we sound on the stream? Yeah?
Sounding good.
Good deal. When we see the picture of Dorian Gray, we'll put in for another. Tell him I want another one.
Meryl in the chat says it's funny that we record in bars now after all the time, effort, and money that was put into the studio. To which point I say, you can't let that be your prison, man.
Yeah?
I'm getting a finger pointed at me right now.
Yeah. She's casting a spell. She'll do that.
A wizard.
Every so often, she'll just kind of cast a spell at you.
Yep.
Oh, it says setting up. You know what? We're not setting up. We're no longer setting up.
We are
Somebody get rid
set
of
up.
that. We are
Setting
set.
it down.
You know what? I'm just gonna. I'm gonna leave this Chiron on there, and I'm gonna edit it to say, "Hooray!" Wait, text. Here we go. I'll just do delete. Great night comedy podcast with politics. Justin Robert Young. There we go. Save. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that going.
Good.
All right, here we go. We're gonna start the show in 3, 2. Oh, hello. Hello, you beautiful internet citizens of the universe. Keys fall, mysteries abound. It's going to be a great night. I'm Brian Brushwood, joined as always by the inimitable co-host, Justin Robert Young. And this week we got Alex Rangel. I think we nailed that, man. How are you guys?
It's almost like they played the real song.
I
A
think
lot
they
of people
did.
don't know.
Yeah.
I'm the king of guitar mouth.
Guitar mouth.
Yeah.
Is that what they
It's
call
like
it?
air guitar,
Yeah.
but
with your mouth.
Mine's with mouth. Yeah.
And instead of being quiet, you
I just-
make
I
the
the
noise.
sound of the guitar, and everyone just thinks it's the real guitar.
But
Yeah,
it's your mouth.
Are you
it's
sure you're
really
not just describing
it's like
singing?
acapella with mouth.
Oh, okay, but acapella is with mouth.
For guitars,
Well,
checkmate.
but I mean, just saying the word guitar.
I'm guitar.
But he's
mouth.
making the sound of the
yeah,
guitar.
making the sound of the guitar.
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay. I guess
Yeah,
guitar mouth
put
is
in
a
another
thing.
one for-
Oh, yeah, I'll do another one of these. Yeah.
I legit did this on the jury show once, where I was just like, I got all like braggadocious about how I was the king of guitar mouth.
Oh, that's
And,
right.
People got irrationally mad that
Right.
I was bad at it, and just would send in relentless emails of them also doing like.
Look how much better.
And if I remember
It was really
correctly,
funny. It was exceptionally funny.
like, did you ever? Was the bit that you would praise them, or just constantly like
No,
in
I
the
was the
face of
best.
obviously?
I would,
yes.
I would like say like I would take on all comers. Then go ahead and you do your own guitar mouse solo,
Right.
And I will beat it. And they would send in theirs, and they'd be very pissed off when I would be like, "Here's mine." You know, looking at both of them, I think I won.
Obviously better.
Obviously better,
Yeah.
clearly better. Let's look at the chat, and the chat would all be like, the other guy. And it's like, yeah, I think it's pretty
Everybody
clear.
agrees.
Yeah, and everybody agrees I won. And it was just, yeah, it got people irrationally pissed off.
Did you call the segment "Let's Get Guitarded"?
You know, I couldn't.
No, why
No,
not? Oh, you
until-
used to
until last November.
until yeah.
And now I
until
can
the
again.
vibe shift.
Now I can again. Yeah. Thank
Uh,
you, one big beautiful bill.
Oh, did
News
it?
peg
Is it going? Is it going?
pass the Senate
yeah.
today? It'll probably pass the House tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
what are your opinions of the big beautiful bill?
Yeah.
It's big.
It's big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I like is all the things it's gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things.
Yeah. Some people say too many.
Yeah.
Some
Others
people say not enough.
Yeah. Well, those are the two factors, right?
Uh-huh.
Because there are aspects of it that are too big and others that are too small.
Mm-hmm.
But the important thing is that everyone has a voice.
Yep.
Just it doesn't matter who you vote for. Just vote.
Just vote.
Yeah.
Will
Get out the vote.
We'll be right back.
And we're back.
We're back.
I always hated that. Hated it. Doesn't
What?
matter who you vote for. Just you got to vote.
Oh, I always hated it, mostly because it's a lie.
Yeah.
Anyone who says that to you wants you to vote for the person that they're voting for.
Yep.
It's never really like a real thing. Like, all right, for stress test, the next person that says that to you, ask them, who you're voting for, and they're gonna tell you, and then you go, oh, I'm voting for the other person, and they'll get mad,
Yeah.
and you're like, wait, like you just told me to vote for anyone I want. Doesn't matter, just vote. They'll be mad or sad. too.
However mad they are, they're not as mad or sad as if you say third party. Just say third party. They go nuts. They go nuts.
Yeah, they do, man.
I try to make votes at my house all the time, and I get vetoed every time.
Whenever you try to make
push
votes,
one through.
Yeah, and they're like, no,
Yeah.
veto.
you're like all the way through the house.
Right.
Much less
Yeah.
it never even makes
Never
it.
doesn't
to the
make
Senate.
it, yeah.
You can't get anything through your own house.
No.
I think I legitimately got my wife to have a child because I told her that mom law was more powerful than wife law.
That's true.
I was like girlfriend law is like, it's basically like a public safety official at a college. It's like
Right.
maybe you have a baton and a whistle, but like you don't really have a lot to say.
Right, yeah.
Like wife law, now you have like a gun,
Yep.
and then like
But it's only one gun.
Mom-
You don't have an army.
yeah, mom law, you're the dictator. You could actually just put people in jail, no trial. Like
Yeah.
you can just change shit arbitrarily. And she was like, "All right, cool, yeah, put a baby in me." And I was like, I didn't know that appeal to authoritarianism was the missing link here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Man, so I don't think I told you I'm leaving town tomorrow
For where?
for
Winnipeg.
vacation.
Oh,
I'm
where
gonna,
you going?
What? I guess whatever. South Padre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
going to the beach.
Yeah.
The beach.
Familiar territory.
By the beach, boy. That's great.
Yeah. But I won't be around for the bones, so I'll have to remote in. Maybe I could call in. You could host the bones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that'll be.
I'll
fun.
bring the cameras and whatnot.
Oh, do you want to? Yeah, you want to do that? Are you gonna bring all the stuff?
I'm gonna bring some stuff. Yeah.
Some stuff.
Yeah. I'll get footage.
Oh yeah, I mean like an obvious B-roll opportunity.
Yeah. Exactly.
How long
Lots
you,
of
how,
lots
how
of.
long? How long you down?
We come back on Saturday, so it's like yeah.
That's a little flipperoo.
Yeah, exactly. Go down Wednesday, 2 full days, then back on Saturday. Easy.
Easy peasy.
Easy. It's too bad. I didn't think it'd be a big deal. I thought I had lots of energy in the tank, and then I'm very tired, Justin.
Yeah.
It's been a lot.
You had a big weekend.
Yeah, dude. You know about this business, right?
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah.
Penn Jillette stopped by
Yeah.
and chatted at us for an hour.
Name dropper.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Is it name dropping? That's like that's like
name dropping if it's a famous person?
I was about to say like Oracle Arena name drops. Lady Gaga will be there on Thursday the 23rd. You know,
Although this was a surprise.
yeah.
Listen back to last week's episode. It was a surprise that Brian didn't realize he now had "Do Not Say" at the beginning of last week's episode.
Oh, that's
Which
right.
I found very funny because Brian's not great at getting very close to saying something and then not. It's like stopping peeing in the middle for Brian.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's very painful.
It's
It
not
pinches.
pleasant. I mean, it's possible, but
Yeah.
boy, does it take a lot of effort, and it kind of hurts.
Yeah,
And I'm pretty sure it's unhealthy,
probably.
but I can't prove it.
That's how I train.
This, yeah. Is you
stop
you
on a
cut off?
dime?
Yeah. It's like
It's-
like the flair bartending. Of
yeah,
piss.
yeah, of piss. Yeah,
Just stop and start.
I could do it right now.
Yeah. Just like with like the precision of a dressage horse.
Oh my God, he did.
He's doing it.
This is incredible. No, we that was like finding out that was in the cards, but like unconfirmed was all like.
But
like,
nobody knew, right? Nobody that was there.
correct. Yeah.
When did you break it to him?
It was sort of a like, oh, this will be a fun surprise. But then I thought, you know what? It'll be a fun surprise for the people in the class. Or we could give the gift to the tens of thousands of people who will be listening to the podcast by giving everyone time to prepare good questions. So we went for that
So you told him
the night before. Yeah. And I told everyone to have good questions, and they did, man.
Yeah.
They had really good ones. And there was a bit of
but
a,
again, the class, they themselves, they didn't like. You told your core, you told the audience. But the
No.
class- okay.
No. Yeah, he told the class the day before.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Instead of just springing it on.
Got
him.
it.
Yeah, because the class was 2.5 days, and it went great, man. It went so much better than I dared hope. It's Andrew Harrington's in the chat, and anyone who shows up like the Kool-Aid Man gets a shout out. Good job, Andrew Harrington. So it's a bold thing to kind of say like, yeah, whatever it is Brian Brushwood does, I could sum that up in 2.5 days. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Right.
It is mostly there. Mm-hmm. In the way like a satellite photo of New York pretty much is a photo of all of New York. That's pretty much all of New York.
It's pretty much all in New York, is what they mostly say about satellite photos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you look it up, that's what they say.
It's often, yeah. Check the metadata. It's mostly what they say.
mostly.
biggest reference.
Yeah.
Not all,
Yeah.
but
It's
mostly.
mostly what they say at night.
Mostly.
Mostly.
So why? How did you?
By
get in
the way,
here?
Just a Hair says I listen to the Politics PP podcast every week. It's just an amazing way to refer to that. It's going to be the
Politics
exclusive
PP.
way that I refer
the
to
PX3 podcast, the
is
Politics PP.
Yeah.
Love it.
This
I
is
love
the
it.
first time I've seen him. I'm not sure what I thought he looked like. That's amazing.
Oh, that's
Number
great.
one, Just a Hair. Number two, a subsection, but not insignificant listeners think I'm black.
Oh my
They
God,
only hear my voice.
that's
It's happened
amazing.
enough
Oh,
times.
yeah.
It's
for
happened
sure.
enough times because
Yeah.
that now it has become a thing. So I just need to know, Just a Hair, it's a safe space. Did you think I was black?
JC Davis Magic says, "Hey Brian, thank you for the 30th birthday shout out a while ago when your TV broke." I love that's the anchor moment is when live on the stream, the arms swung out.
Oh, yeah.
And the drywall mounts just ripped right out of the wall, and the whole thing just smashed and broke. Yeah, that was pretty good. Jordan the Goose. X Rhyme. Hello, guys. Content always been awesome. Been watching for the last few years. Sending love from a very appreciative fan in Atlantic, Canada.
Is that Newfoundland?
Are
Is it? Are you a Newfie?
from what I understand, That's literally something to get a bit upset about.
You don't like? No, is that not a good?
That is literally
you can't say,
a
you
that,
can't call
yeah,
a Newfoundlandman a Newfie?
that's what I hear.
Newfoundlander?
Hey, Newfound Mister.
It's one of my favorite accents of all time. Are you familiar with the
I'm
Newfoundland accent?
Wait, really?
I don't think so. Could you do it a little bit for me?
I can't even approach it, and like
with
I'm,
the guitar mouth. You
I'm
can't?
usually
Yeah, with that
into
guitar mouth?
dive
Come
into
on.
many sometimes offensive accents, but I can't even wrap my head around where I would start with it. It sounds almost Irish, but also
It's a
very
lilt
deeply,
that keeps sneaking up
deeply
on you.
Canadian.
Yeah, that's right. That is how it be.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's from New Brunswick. He doesn't care about people calling other Newfies.
Okay.
This dude drops the N-word all the time.
the other end.
Yeah, the other. Well, it's north of the border. They
Yeah.
don't have ours.
Yeah.
They have to sneak to Michigan to get our N-word. They gotta cross. They gotta cross into our Niagara Falls. We go up there to drink earlier, and they come down.
They
to
come down to say the
American
N-word.
end.
Yeah. All right. So, we were setting up, and with the equipment, more people know what live streaming is and whatnot. And somebody was like, "Oh, you're live streaming, are you?" And it's like, "Yeah, we are." It's kind of neat that everyone knows what it is. Oh, I know what it is. Ha, I'm an old hand. All right, what is this? A little TikTok, a little Instagram. I'm on YouTube.
That's what he said.
Pregnant pause. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And then there was, you could probably tell it better than I didn't know how to say it. Like, he said it in such a way that it invited, like, it sounded like an active invitation for a dick measuring contest.
Oh.
Yeah. And he was
He
like,
was saying, just press on either side of my leg,
Yeah.
and you tell me what it looks like.
It was like he was literally like he all but said, "What's the name of hey little guy? What's the name of your YouTube channel?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
Did you Milton Berle him?
I fucking only if Milton Berle had two gigantic dicks, because I made sure to tell him about both.
So you didn't do the famous Milton Berle only pull out enough to win?
No. Oh, is that
unfurled all of
really
it.
the? Oh, that's amazing.
The old joke is apparently Milton Berle had a huge hog and got into, I guess, a bygone relic of America was that men would get into literal dick measuring contests at bars, men of stature. And that happened to Milton Berle a lot. And then the joke was somebody was like very loud about like, I got one. And then Milton Berle's going to head to the bathroom to pull out his hog and see which one was bigger. And his friend from the bar said, only pull out enough to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My high school science teacher.
So was he shocked?
Well, he recognized Scam School, and it's like he didn't want to have the conversation anymore.
He quickly left.
He very quickly had somewhere to be. It was very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems odd.
Well, he seems like a
Did
nice
you know?
fellow.
Did you know his channel? Did you find out his? You don't have to say it, but
He mentioned
Bass channel. Bass fishing channel.
Wait, yours is?
No, his was.
Oh, his is?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
What was
No.
it called?
Big hooker.
Damn.
Oh, God damn it. All right.
Allie me oop.
Yeah. Oh man.
So you didn't find out what channels his was?
He mentioned, but it was like kind of over his shoulder as he had somewhere to be. He was busy like rescuing
ABC
children or
News.
something.
Like, damn, Doug, ABC News, you fucked up. You fucked up coming around.
Yep.
Scam school, man.
Yep.
We had a guy at the Tower Magic Bar one night,
Yep.
and he's a super nice guy, but it's one of those scenarios where he watched all the shows, and then he came back the next day and he watches all the shows again.
Yep.
And you could see the smile on his face. So I said, "What kind of magic do you do?" And he was like, "Oh, is it that obvious?" And I said, "Yeah, you know."
You're like, yes, it
Yeah.
is.
And he says, "Well, I mostly do kids parties, and I really want to go full time, but my wife she doesn't want me to do it, and but I just love it."
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay, man." I said, "Well, what do you do?" And he goes, I'm a head of neurology.
Thinking about, well, maybe
Listen to your
it'll turn
wife.
into something.
Yeah. You married up.
Yeah.
You married up because.
Well, I mean, that's the crime.
Now I'm worried about brain surgery because now I know that they can be dumb.
Well, that's the crime, right? Is like all of the best creators of magic are gifted creators, and where do gifted, smart, talented creators end up? Usually, beyond magic.
Right.
And I don't want to claim being a neurologist is harder. You know what? I will.
Yeah, I will too.
Although I will also point out that neurologists,
On the base level,
like,
the worst neurologist is a more talented person than the worst.
but I will say, you take the smartest man you've ever seen, you hand him a deck of cards, and suddenly his hands just go, and he can't even spread the cards. I don't understand. That's a story called Brian Doesn't Understand. You see, the main character is Brian.
Okay.
And I don't want to spoil the
What's
point-
the
the
inciting
point.
incident?
Well, he's sitting there when he's passing around a deck of cards.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, what are you? I'm a professional ice skater. Take these cards. Bring, perfect spread. You're like, yes, thank you. And he's like, what are you? I'm a toddler. Take these cards.
Uh-huh.
Spread. Oh yeah, good job.
Wow, that's amazing dexterity for a toddler.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then finally, what are you? I'm a resident at Saint Smarties, Saint Doctors Academy for Wayward Brains. And they're like, oh, did you graduate? He's a top top of the
summa
class.
cum brain.
Summa cum brain, and then suddenly, just all the cards disintegrated the moment he took hold of them.
Yeah.
And he was so
And he
bad.
screams, "Why? God,
There was time.
have you cursed me?
Yep.
When I touch brains, they get better, but when I touch cards, they get worse.
Why?
Oh, I should have never crossed that elf."
That's right. I forgot you were there.
We've all been there. No, I haven't. No, that was just another situation that I've also.
It's a relatable.
Yeah, exactly. Since we're in a segment called relatable.
Yeah. He picked the two of hearts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who did?
The Dr. Brain,
the head of Saint Doctors of
Saint
Brain.
Doctors School for Wayward Brains.
It's funny that you would say that, Brian,
Why?
because if I take some of this little dust off the table here,
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
it tastes dusty,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
but it does look like a two of hearts.
Oh my God!
Oh my god.
Dude, you got to show the camera.
Yeah.
There it is. A two of hearts.
Yeah.
I forgot that was there. It seems like I was trying to wedge that bit in. How often do you have to get that tattoo refreshed?
I haven't done it in years. I need to.
It looks
I
pretty.
forgot about it until you said that right now.
Really?
What,
Yeah, yeah.
how many years ago did you get it done?
Goodness gracious. 20? Yep.
Wait, sorry, I dropped. I'm like a
Shocked by that.
a neurologist with a deck of cards.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good. I mean, what is the best scenario where you use that as a?
When we used to live in America where people smoked cigarettes,
Yeah.
it was a great environment because everybody had, matches laying around or cigarette ash. And it was very organic to just, light a match, eat the match or ash or something like
Oh,
that.
so people would think that there was
yeah.
some kind of thing that was
Transfer.
making
Right,
it.
right.
Oh, so it wouldn't just be like,
Yeah.
I had a dream
Right.
last night, and
Yeah.
it was the tattoo inside my lip.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing is,
Yeah.
it was the two of hearts.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh, that's a lot better than my idea.
Yeah.
So that would be where we get the most use is out,
Yeah. Yeah, out and
Smoking
about.
cigs.
Yep.
ripping heaters.
I've thought about taking the smoking back up just to do cigarette magic. Yeah.
Where does that happen now?
That
Where
doesn't-
where's like the cigarette smoking capital of America?
Um,
Because by the way, I don't know how many people have traveled outside of America. The rest of the world didn't get the memo.
no.
They still smoke.
filterless.
They still smoke at the exact same rate as
Yeah.
we used to in the 80s.
yeah. Baptismal, just
Oh,
chiefing
yeah.
away. Yeah.
And it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Whatever, name a country that you think is very advanced.
They're
They are madmen level
Yeah.
smokers. Like that just exists everywhere.
When you ride the train through the UK, just watching people like one-handed roll, but they're getting ready. They're not getting
Oh,
ready to
yeah.
smoke. They're like loading up. You know, like oh, let me make 5, 6 cigarettes.
Just for the day.
Yeah.
Like, all right now.
yeah, it's a good one.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, unafraid.
Yeah.
Just wait till we get to Ethiopia.
Oh, jeez. What else is going on?
Besides constables rolling cigarettes on the tube.
Yep.
We've already covered the number one story in America.
Well, we've talked about
constables, they're rolling their own cigarettes on the tube. But why?
Well, we definitely have hit all of the most relatable, neurologists who can't shuffle cards.
Yeah, exactly. People are still blowing butts throughout the world.
Blowing butts.
Yeah.
That's right.
Um,
Welcome, Robert Lang, who says he finally gets to watch the live video. It's good to have you here. For anybody just showed up, this is Great Night. This is our comedy podcast. They're all like, Mr. YouTube was like, yeah, but what's your angle? What's your
Yeah, I
what's
didn't
your what's your
understand-
thing?
yeah.
And I was like, what? He was like, well, you're a comedy podcast, but like a what kind of comedy podcast? And I literally I said, I think we predate the requirement for a modifier. Like
been doing it for a very long
yeah, I think we
Yeah.
got in under the wire, and we have special dispensation from the internet.
Yeah, I just would have said dark,
Yeah?
grim, and like not like gross or weird or mean. Like I just mean we keep the contrast
Oh, he also
very, very nearly unseeably bleak.
he also did the thing where I think he told on himself a little bit, where he was like,
I've shit my pants.
But he did it in such a huff.
no, where he was like, you guys go dark. I mean, that's fine. I mean, oh, red shade, and I'm like,
Wait, what? You guys go?
he said,
Like the material.
yeah, the material.
Oh, he asked if we went dark.
Yeah, but then he didn't wait for a reply, and then just started substituting with what I assume he thought would be off-color things, and then suddenly he was talking about red states or whatever. It went fast. I think he was going fast.
Yeah.
He was in a fast car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is all right. Is there any more to this conversation? Because you've gone back to it twice, and I'm always fascinated. So,
Well, I don't know. It's just weird.
was he a patron? Was he leaving? Was he coming in?
He
Is
was
still
he was
here?
a patron here who
Okay.
recognized that we were doing a live stream, and
For the record, we're definitely not at the backspin at Hargrave.
that's right, correct. Saw the mahjong ladies. They had the AM shift covering our turf for
Yep.
us. It was good.
Twerk
It was like
squad.
ladies, but no, it's just weird to be an old hand at YouTube. I think that's what I'm processing. Like,
No, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
We're processing. I want to know more about this guy.
well,
So
I don't
who
want to
is
talk
this
bad.
guy?
I don't want to. Well, I'm not going to say anything bad
Okay,
about him. But
I'm not asking you to say anything bad. I just want to know about him.
uh,
Like, give me age, height, weight.
like, I mean,
Any noticeable scars or lips, visible tattoos. Like, I just want anything that would be in a police file.
well, Alex was telling everyone that we do a bass fishing stream, and he looked like he would do a bass fishing.
Did you see
stream.
this happen?
Oh yeah, I was right here.
Okay,
So
you
far I've
explain.
gotten it
Brian
right.
won't explain
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
for reasons I don't understand.
Yeah, he just kind of came from the side and then just started. Hey, what are you guys doing over here? What are you streaming? What are you doing? I know social media. I know this. I know that. And then he said, I got a YouTube. And he's like, what do you guys? A little TikTok or?
Oh, so he was condescending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like just in a it seemed to be like in a genuinely it never occurred to him
that
the
he
po-
would
that
be
that
the biggest
yes
cock on the walk.
yes yeah.
Dorian, if I could have another one. Thank you.
And by the way, if he ends up watching this, I would
a
like to
nice
be
guy.
friends.
He was a very
yeah,
nice
I'd
guy,
like to
yeah.
be friends. Join us
really
next
nice.
time.
Yeah, I'm trying to know more about you, dog.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
I just want to
everybody else
know
got to meet
your
you. I
exact
didn't get to
height,
meet you.
any recognizable
No, I was just
tattoos,
asking.
what any
Look, I'm
facial
asking
scars.
General questions. Who are you? What's your middle name?
Last four is social.
Security number.
Yeah, that's that tracks. That's relatable.
Yeah.
You know, Matt asked me today, he said, how long have you known Brian? And I was like, whoa, let me think about that for a second.
You're like all the way.
Yeah. And then I was like, I was trying to nail it down a year. I'm pretty sure it was like 99. But before that, I said, you know what? I said, I can tell you this. One time we were at the River House, and me and my best buddy were hanging out, and he walked over with a manila envelope, and he said, hey, I want to show y'all something. I got this idea for this YouTube show called Scam School.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he started just laying out papers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, that's really weird.
Yeah, Danny and I were wrong because we were like, this fucking sucks.
That sucks. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you were right, Danny
Big
was
whiff.
100% right when he was like, "Here's the thing, everyone's gonna love it, and at some point he's gonna teach a trick that people aren't gonna like having
yeah,
taught."
yeah.
He was right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank goodness it
Do you
was
ever think,
over
though-
120 years old.
Yeah. Do you ever think though that like that's kind of like an ever more minor footnote
Yeah.
in like the idea of that thing?
I mean,
Like it almost is like one of those things where it's like you ever watch like an old documentary or something that's happened long enough ago, but like they're like well, what you have to understand is at the time it was very controversial for a man who wore a red shirt to have blue pants.
Yeah.
And you're
yeah,
like okay, like if you have to do that preamble, then like clearly it has totally fallen out of favor. This has been a settled cultural issue, and I kind of feel like that's where you're at.
yes.
With any of that.
Yeah, but also past the inoculation of, it's been really wild to watch people try to gather pitchforks and then the party not happen. like they didn't hit critical mass, and then but everyone is like, "Rah, rah, rah," and then just like all of the cultural tides change, and to watch one by one everybody insist that they were never on the Team Pitchfork.
Oh, God.
Because the face saving thing,
now everybody wants to be like, oh, hey, can you tell me about YouTube now?
By the way, we got Dr. Vinny Boombats, who says I stumbled into my first live, and I'm suspecting it's mostly renegades, rebels, and especially rogues. And one neuroscientist.
Yeah, that's me.
That's yes,
Yeah, sorry, I've held that back. on the
Dr.
show.
Brain Nerd.
I'm Dr. Brain Nerd of the Connecticut Brain Nerds. Yeah, you might know my father, Army Brain Nerd. But yeah, I mostly edit heads. That's mostly what I do.
Edit heads.
Yeah, that's what we refer to it in the.
In brain.
Sorry,
Brain
I-
surgery.
Yeah, I
Got
don't
it.
want to use inside lingo.
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
know.
No, I get.
This
get
is
you.
a lay audience. But yeah, we edit heads, and that's what we do. So if you need it, use offer code at checkout, and we'll get right on it.
God, I guess yeah. Doing the class, I didn't. I feel like time. It seemed like a million years ago when we were setting up. I was like, holy shit! Was it just 1 week ago that we just started our what's the thing where you live there long enough? That homestead. We started a homestead here, where eventually this will just become our territory.
I feel like I've been here every day since.
Well, actually, that may legitimately, factually be true.
Be true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been at Backspin. I feel like I've been at Backspin at Brushwoodian levels,
Yeah.
which is to say every day of the week.
Yeah,
I've been here twice today.
that's true. That's not even a joke. Not even a joke. Yep.
Once we have this set up, are we going to venture out other places? Or are
Yeah.
we just going to live here?
Yeah. Well, no. We'll go other places. I mean, first of all, like 60 megabits upstream in this economy.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
mean,
that is a limiting factor.
Yeah.
Unless we had some kind of like ironclad
In
other solution.
We could go to your doctor's office.
Where I live.
Right.
All good brain surgeons live where they work.
Mm.
That's a cultural norm.
they do.
Yeah.
They all sleep.
We
in,
don't tell the other, what we call the stone-handed.
the stone-handed.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't call them. Yeah. We don't call them that to their face. But we don't tell them that we live where we work because otherwise they'd know.
Yeah. Okay, but that doesn't really explain this cardboard box and what appears to be old newspapers used as blankets. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Oh, in my office.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
I live.
Yes, yes.
That's mostly for tactile discovery.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So to keep the brain-hand connection strong,
Yeah.
you have to just look at the papers and then just go.
Okay. Yeah.
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 I'm not expecting a real
A Nobel?
SH, to get it, but
Real SH. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You don't call them stone hands to our faces.
no, I try to keep it classy.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's like instead of referring to Kanye's single by its name, they just say HH.
oh,
That's
really?
what I say to
Is that a thing people do?
SH.
yeah. I say
What does the HH stand for?
We'll be right back.
Yep. Dr. Vinny Boombats.
We
wants to
didn't know how paper clips were gonna go, so two best friends decided to buy a factory and reinvent. And that's when we came up with Everclip.
It's just a super glued paper clip.
It's one paper clip
Yep.
that you can rent for anywhere between a day, 2 days, even 2 weeks. But then you have to give it back because we needed to make more money.
Hey, look, we understand. We all have family and friends. Sometimes we pass a paper clip around, but we're about to crack down on paper clip sharing, okay? You can't. That is one subscriber, one paper clip.
There's one subscriber. We're not going to say who, Elliot, who won't give the paper clip back. But it's fucking everything up.
Yeah. There are people who
We
work
paid
really
extra
hard.
so we could use the F word in this ad and let you know how serious we are about this, Elliot.
Ooh, how long until we hear like the Mr. Show bit becomes real and extremely liberal use of cursing becomes de rigueur? Shit, ass, piss, fuck.
There's a guy in Houston that just rents big shit. Like he has like what is that game called where you have like a little, I don't know, it's not a tripod, it's like a U and you have a ball rope with 2 balls on it, you throw it
A
at
bolo.
what is it, a bolo?
A bolo.
I've literally only
Yeah.
heard it referred to as Polish horseshoes.
Something like that, yeah. So I wasn't thinking, yeah.
No, I mean
Yeah.
no. It's
I mean,
it's
that's
a bolo.
That's obviously ethnically loaded.
Right, yeah. But,
But it's a clever game.
Yeah,
So I
against-
feel like
against
the Polish
horses.
would like it.
right, that's not a slur.
It's not a
that's
dumb
like a compliment.
game. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
like tic tac toe.
Right.
If you called that Polish math, we would be mad. But nobody does that.
But he's got these, they're huge, like huge. And people are just, renting this shit for a day. He does have a huge tic-tac-toe. He's
Yeah.
got all kind of this weird, and I was just going, what a niche, weird business this guy's in.
Yeah,
Just-
the whole Bulgarian abacus.
Bulgarian abacus.
Tic tac toe. These buggers are dumb. Shout out to Bulgaria, man. We're just jokes.
Man, I'm looking forward to the drive-in podcast. Like the kids are just old enough. We got a taste of it last year when we went out to the family reunion, but Josie just wanted to do rap battles, freestyle rap battles, and then
Yeah.
Penny wanted to hold court, and there's running gags. It ends up being like a 6-hour long in the round podcast. There were sponsor breaks and all that shit. It's like
Did you record it, or was it just for the
No,
just
for the ether.
just artisanal?
yeah, that's probably why it was good.
Yeah.
because
They'd all-
we're like a Sasquatch, right?
Nah, man, that's where you got to get whiplash You gotta be like the movie Whiplash.
Oh,
not
okay.
The thing that, not the other thing that happens in cars.
I was about to say
No,
we
no.
need Whiplash.
I mean the Miles Teller
whole
movie,
family?
Whiplash.
yeah.
You know, you have to just be like, no, you have to like don't crumble.
Yeah.
Bring that same energy. Or also,
Maybe I'll-
secretly recorded you and I'm publishing it.
That's
right
that's
now.
that's literally what I was thinking is secretly record them and then like it's gold, Jerry, gold.
Just when you're putting on their seatbelts.
Just
have
just
road
little,
mics.
little-
Like, what's that, Dad?
You're like,
It's
don't worry about it. No, it's for
mine.
safety.
Don't question your father.
We get lower insurance rates if you're very, very funny.
Yeah.
And we need it. What do you call that game where there's like a cock ring on a string?
Polish.
Polish taxi.
Okay. But you know the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this thing.
That one might be the dumbest, right?
No, it's the best.
Of all-
good,
Oh
yeah.
no! I don't mean in terms of enjoyability. I mean in terms of like strategy and athleticism.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
Like-
less athletic than darts.
Yeah.
It has less strategy than darts.
Yep.
There's a finesse though.
I'm not saying it's not without its touch,
Yeah.
but it's like, you know, you pretty much get it by looking at it because it is simple. It's fun because it's simple.
Right.
But it is simple. I love it.
I had a cousin just like that.
Lovable but simple.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's now the head
I had a
of
couple girlfriends like
neuroscience
that.
at St. Doctor's Hospital.
St. Doctors. Man, my kid was born at St. Doctor's.
Did you see this week's Rick and Morty?
I've not yet. No.
It was pretty great.
Was it
yeah,
good?
yeah. Space Beth. It's a two Beths episode.
Oh, double Beths.
Yeah, and then the other one's about Earth theme parks.
They went two?
Well, the A story, B story.
Oh, gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. It was great.
Good. No, I'm looking forward to watching it. I like Rick and Morty. It's a good show.
Watching the Murder Bot. You watch the Murder Bot?
No, I refuse to.
Why?
Hmm.
Mostly because I saw the trailer and it was like, here's a dystopian world. And it was way more upbeat than it should be, but it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
So it was like, there was like dystopian, like tumbleweed over a trailer park, but you know it's futuristic because it has satellites instead of dogs, and then then it's like I'm Murderbot, like, and it's like okay, and it's like and it's like okay, so it's gonna be a funny like thing, and then it was like wasn't funny, and then it was like oh also Murderbot's a human, or he has a human face, and it's like oh well. Some actor didn't want to get fucking Mandalorian, so he had to like have a bit where the robot has a face so people can see his face. And I was like, all right, this is fucking dumb.
So it's
Is it like a book or something?
yeah,
Why do people
it's a
care
it's
about
it's
it?
a beloved book.
Oh,
It's a beloved book.
fucking nailed
You
it.
you can
Yeah.
see you can smell readers a long
Yeah,
way
it's
out.
like because you know all the shit they were doing that was boring as shit to me is like,
Yep.
oh, that's the satellite dog. I was wondering what the satellite dog was gonna look like.
That's exactly.
It
Yep.
looked like different in my head.
Yep. Oh boy. Yeah.
Send Reddit comment.
Tom Merritt, you calm down.
Oh wow. Okay. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah. Yeah. What else you been up to? We saw your baby. Would you look at this? Oh my God! Look, Justin. I'm sorry. You got to pick a lane.
Now a segment called "Look at My Baby."
No. Look, I'm gonna need you to knock. This segment is called "Knock It Off." You
Brought
get
to you by Crest.
this
When you need to knock off the plaque from your dirty ass teeth,
this mother.
pick up
this-
some Crest.
This son of a biscuit. Look at that. That's too much. No. Bad, Justin.
Is that? Oh,
That's a hat on a hat.
that's
You
Little
can't be
Fella on my hat.
smiling, joyful, proud papa and also have a baby growing out of the top of your head. Look at that. You ought to go see the chief neurologist. Get him to alter your face.
Face head edit.
Yeah, get ahead in it.
Yeah.
Take it from this stone hand. Too many. You shouldn't have that growth coming out the back of your head. That ain't right.
Yeah, no. We
Look,
brought-
it's halfway to being an Alex Rangel. Look at that.
Yeah. I'll draw a mustache on her when she's sleeping
Yeah.
tonight. We'll just take a picture. No, yeah, we brought Bella out to the event. I think she was a strong second to Penn Jillette in terms of cameos.
Yeah.
But no, it was great. It was great seeing.
Andrew Heaton definitely kept his promise to show up and then very visibly not attend.
Was that his promise?
Yes. He was like, I just want to be around your event, Brian. I was like, oh, wow, that's exactly what you meant. All right. And he did it. It was great, though. We had, he gets to see me flapping my gums. That's literally the point of all this, is to say shit he's already heard before.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, but you did advertise him. Did you feel that you got enough?
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anybody Heaton to trot him out?
Anybody who was there for Andrew Heaton got.
They got enough Heaton.
They got
time.
plenty.
They could take a picture
Yeah.
next to the old steed.
Yeah.
You know, take a picture, wave it around, take it home to mama.
Yep.
Yeah. He told me he saw Bella. This is a real thing. He doesn't like my daughter, my infant daughter, because when my wife and I were a couple of dinks moving to Austin with a 5-bedroom house, we had things like, what are we going to do with this room? Things that go away very fast when you have
Yeah.
a child. But we turned one of the rooms into a karaoke room where people...
With a
anytime-
stripper pole.
With a stripper pole. Where anytime anyone would come in to our house to hang out, eventually you would end up going to the karaoke room. And few people loved the karaoke room like Andrew Heaton loved the karaoke room. And so then when my daughter was born and we're like, okay, well, this is now the nursery, he was like, well, I guess we're enemies for life.
Yeah.
This zygote, in terms of how quick he made the decision. But he literally turned to me after seeing her this time and said, I'm not mad at your daughter.
Oh, that was his concession. It was
He
all right.
conceded.
Yeah.
Yeah, she melted his heart.
Man, I'm digging all the friendly faces. Midwest Magic Cleaning in the chat. Grim is in the chat. This is good. It's I don't know why us being in a bar would cause the chat to be filled with a lot of friendly faces, but it feels like it is.
Maybe that's just the way it goes. It's where everybody knows your name.
That's it's in the Rick and Morty episode. That the whole song.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
look at that. That's
Take it.
energy.
You're like a prophet.
Would you say the guy with the YouTube channel was your norm?
Yes, I will. Whatever keeps him happy.
Or I
with
don't
it.
know, who was the asshole on Cheers? Not to say that this guy was an asshole. I love your channel. But who would be the dick?
They had
Frasier was the Frasier.
they did have like a long-standing rivalry with Gary's next door. Remember? Like there was one time that they like visibly publicly fired Woody so that he had to go next door,
Yeah.
and then get a job. And they're all like, "Can we trust him?" And he walks in the room saying, "Hey, there was a nickel in this apron. Should I turn it into Lost and Found?" And they're like, "No." And then turns out he was undercover working for Cheers the whole time. They got him good. Then Sam Malone died and went to heaven in the good place. And then now he solves mysteries in retirement castles.
Yep.
He was in Creep Show. Welcome to Ted Danson Facts.
Dancing
Dancing Facts.
Unsubscribe from Dancing Facts.
He was my favorite blackface.
Oh, that's right.
All right. Blackface, Mount Rushmore. Where are you going? You already have one. You need 3 more.
Yeah. The Navy SEALs.
Oh yeah. All right. That's good. That's good. He's 2 for 2. You gonna throw Al Jolson on there? That's a
Yeah.
gimme.
Layup.
Joel Osteen.
Well,
You know?
I'm sorry. The Reverend Joel Olstein.
Joel Osteen and Al Jolson. Which a lot of people don't realize that Al Jolson came through the Negaverse and became Joel Osteen.
Oh, wait a minute. Good contender from the chat. The cast of Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it best.
Unfortunate. For the record, we frown at all of this.
It's hard to frown at Always Sunny because it's so funny.
Yeah, but we frown.
Oh, we laugh while we frown.
I'm just, look, I'm just saying we frown.
Yeah.
We're not going to prove it.
What about Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder?
Best.
You know what? Actually, Al Jolson is off of Mount
he's off.
Rushmore.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we already got too many contenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to give up one slot for sometimes it's Mac and sometimes it's Dennis, and they never acknowledge the switch.
C. Thomas Howell and Soul Man outside looking in.
Ooh, see, Thomas Howell's a good one. Robert Downey Jr. won an Oscar for Tropic Thunder.
No, he didn't.
That's what people are saying.
That he did not win an Oscar for that. He
I
got nominated for an Oscar. He did not win an Oscar.
okay.
There's no way that Robert Downey
I mean,
Jr. won an Oscar.
It
for
did.
that.
Tropic Thunder does obey
It's
the
a
laws.
Joke. It is a joke about an actor
Who's trying to do Oscar
too
bait.
hard
Yeah.
to win an Oscar. There's zero chance.
But also in doing that, they were definitely like, wink, wink. Wouldn't it be funny if we won an Oscar
No,
for this?
That was not. That was. It was like. More the risk was Robert Downey Jr. will never win an Oscar again because he is doing this role.
Yeah. Did
I don't think he did. Oh no, he did. He won for Oppenheimer.
why
He won Best Supporting Actor.
I barely remember his role in that.
He was the
He's-
supporting actor.
Well, I know, but
Yeah. So not the main one.
well, God damn it.
Wasn't Oppenheimer.
I'm sorry, doctor. It's so complicated.
It wasn't Oppenheimer. He was
They
like-
look like big stone hands. I don't understand. I picked a card. Oh, he won one in the movie.
Yes, the character won an
Okay.
Oscar.
All
yeah.
right.
Um,
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr., the person, has never won an Oscar.
No,
Okay.
he did win. He won for Oppenheimer.
Supporting actor.
He was in because of the blackface
No.
in Oppenheimer.
They didn't.
That was well, it was technically it was black and white face.
Yeah, there was.
yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
ashy.
We'll be right back.
Yep. I could. I guess I'll have to watch
You
Oppenheimer
don't remember
again.
Oppenheimer? You don't remember him in Oppenheimer?
I don't
He's
remember.
he is, as far as a bad guy goes, he is the bad guy.
Yeah, and he just came across as like miffed that there's an atomic bomb. He's like, I don't
No,
like
he
that
was
there's
the
an
one.
atomic
You know,
bomb.
no, he was like supportive, and then he was like, "Oh, I want to make Oppenheimer the bad guy." He was like the ringleader of the "This is Oppenheimer's fault" club,
No, that's right.
and so that's why Oppenheimer has to be in the whole movie, being like answering questions about old pussy and shit. They're like, "Did you ever fuck that lady?" And he's like, seeing her naked in the room, and he's like,
it cuts back.
Oppenheimer's strangely a pussy hound. That's a thing you find out in this movie about the atomic bomb.
It cuts back to everyone in the sweating in black and white. We're like, could you go back to thinking in color, please? That was pretty great.
So you'll get a kick out of this. I met a woman who writes for the Washington Post and wrote the companion book about the movie Oppenheimer. She was like there in the city on the set. She interviewed everybody that was involved in the movie, including Christopher Nolan, to write this book. And so I'm drunk. I'm talking to her, and I'm like, man, I love that movie. That movie was great. Christopher Nolan is a genius because only the guy who wrote The Dark Knight realizes that if you're making a movie as dense about like this kind of subject matter, you still need a little Hollywood magic, and he found the exact right place to put it, which is most people only know Robert Oppenheimer for the fact that he made the bomb and he had a catchphrase. Like, I am death, destroyer of worlds is a thing that people know from J. Robert Oppenheimer. And where do they put it? While he is having sex and specifically orgasming. And I'm like, that's amazing. And then also, Nolan had been like very specific about like, wow, this is all real. I fact checked everything in this movie.
Yeah.
Everything in this movie is exactly as it happened. I didn't combine characters. I had all these people play all these different, even though in another script writer, they would have combined a bunch of people. No. I got the same amount of people that actually made the atomic bomb are in the movie. And so I'm drunk and I asked this lady, I'm like, hey, you think that Oppenheimer really said his catchphrase while he was coming in that lady? You think that like that was like one of the facts that Nolan found out? And she's like, I'm interviewing him in 2 weeks to promote the book. I'm going to ask
Oh my God.
that question.
And did she?
She submitted it to Christopher Nolan's people, and they said, you cannot ask him that question on stage in our only press event where we are promoting this book. So, but she did ask, and they told her, absolutely not. You can't ask him. But yeah, so I'm gonna say in my head canon, it's true.
I mean, it didn't sound like a denial.
Exactly.
In fact, it seemed like the kind of thing you'd do if you wanted to cover up the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Got him.
That he was nutting in Florence Pugh and said his catchphrase.
Nothing, honey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Imagine that's what he really said.
Yep.
No, nothing, honey. He just nothing, honey. That'd be cold as fuck, dude. I'd like Oppenheimer even more than I like him now. If he said that.
Man, so what are you into these days, Alex?
I have started a new live streaming podcast about bass fishing.
God damn it.
What's it called?
Yeah,
Big
but
hooker.
but what's your angle though? I mean, you can't just talk about bass. You gotta have a take. What's your sneaky take?
Yeah. What am I up to? I been doing some more magic stuff here lately, and running our business that the lieutenant governor of the state
Oh,
of Texas
shit.
was trying to
Oh yeah,
shut
can we
down
talk about
forever.
that?
Yeah, for sure.
So what is your business?
So we run a CBD and wellness shop in Pasadena, Texas.
Yep.
Yeah, Relax with 2 X's, CBD.
Okay.
And,
that has since 2019 included the wide variety of
THC.
THCA
Yeah.
products.
Everything that is
Delta 8, Delta 9.
federally legal.
Yeah.
Everything that is federally legal derived from the hemp plant. And, the Dan Patrick and got a bunch of money to make our business go away and 83,000 other jobs go away. And he was really, really pushing for that.
Damn close.
Yeah, pretty damn close. I mean, it's still scary. Like,
So for folks who don't know, in 2019 there was a farm bill that was passed federally, and Thomas Massey snuck into it a regulation that essentially made weed legal nationwide.
Yeah.
You could make psychoactive THC from hemp by way of like re-deriving it a bunch of different times. Look up the fucking Wikipedia on how it's done. Just know that the reason why you can go into any gas station anywhere and buy actual weed that actually works is because of that farm bill in 2019. And so states that had not gone into the world of recreational weed or widely available medicinal weed like Texas very much took to it. Like, so now it was like it exploded, especially in areas like Houston and Austin and San Antonio and Dallas. So all that happens for years and years and years until, for whatever reason, this year, and by whatever reason, I mean hundreds of thousands of dollars of lobbying from the alcohol and medicinal weed lobby, puts a bug in the lieutenant governor's saddle to ban all of this in Texas.
Wait, so this is every stoner's cliche of like, it's all the money they want. Like, that's literally what just happened.
Well, it came from both sides. It came from both the alcohol lobby,
Yeah.
who has actually seen a measurable downtick in sales,
Yeah.
and from the medicinal weed lobby, who were like,
Who
no,
they're
no,
like,
no, no, no,
we
this
rather
was
liked
our
having
base."
a monopoly.
No,
yeah.
they were like, no, eventually you're going to expand medical to recreational, and we'll have the pole position. We paid
We'll have the
so much
cartel.
money
Yeah.
to do this that like you're ruining our investment by the fact that every place you could just be an entrepreneur, buy stuff federally legal, and then sell it federally legal.
What we have in the state of Texas is the Compassionate Care Program, right?
Yes.
So we're technically listed as a green state. That's why there's no. People ask, well, why doesn't Texas just legalize? Why don't they just legalize? Well, it's because technically we're listed as a green state because of the Compassionate Use Program. The downside and the problem with that is that it's a fucking joke. Like,
Yeah.
if you go into a quote-unquote medical dispensary in the state of Texas, first of all, you get no flour, you get no vapes, you get none of that, you get nothing. You can get some oil and gummies, and then your THC percentage is so low and that you're paying so much money for it. The only good that getting your license from one of these facilities is if you're going to court for child support, or you're on probation, or if you have a job, that now you can have a quote-unquote medical card in the state of Texas and not get fired for it, or not go to jail because of your probation, because now all of a sudden now you have this medical card. And that's really the only thing. Every store like mine that actually verifies and checks and demands lab testing and things like that, we all carry a higher percentage of THC products. That's why that's why the head of the veterans union stood up in front of the state and was like, look, you know how many veterans are getting off of opiates and other benzos and other shit that's out there because we want to eat a little bit of weed gummies at night.
So there was an amazing moment where the lieutenant governor, who's horny as hell for this bill. By the way, he said he had 5 bills that needed to be passed this legislative session. This was the 3rd.
Okay.
Right, so this was like a high priority for him. So imagine everything that you would like to be changed in the state of Texas.
Taking a back seat
Like,
to this.
That was number 3, a thing that nobody is complaining about. And like his examples were like, nobody knows what's in this shit. And like even the stuff he was holding up had like full ingredients,
Full
on the back of
ingredients,
it,
full
like-
lab reports.
And then he's like, people are going crazy. They're running into trains and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, dude, I'm sure somebody might have. I mean, like, also nobody can find any of the examples that he's talking about.
He literally said in a press conference that children are being murdered on the streets.
Yes.
Children are being murdered on the streets.
And that eating these gummies that are available at gas stations, or these cereal bites that were being available at gas stations here in Austin, that they're like, their brains are permanently altered. And then he started throwing them out to the reporters. And he was like, does anyone want to eat this? Does anyone want to eat this?
Wait, so he was distributing weed to make
Literally, he was saying, who would want this? Who would want? You would
Yeah.
want to eat this?
And it was like, I felt as a journalist, I was like so annoyed at the reporters in the room because I was like, eat the whole fucking bag.
Yeah.
Eat the whole bag right now in front of everybody and just be like a hero for the rest of your life. Just down all of it. It's like, yes, you're going to be banished to the shadow realm for about 8 hours.
Right.
Like, so you're going to have to hold on for dear life.
Right.
But like, you're going to awake
Yeah.
and you're going to be fine. And you're going to prove that these are not like deadly. Like, yes, it would be as damaging. It'd be less damaging than drinking a bottle of whiskey that is very available at
100%.
all of these places. But anyway, the big twist is that this gets passed in the Senate, then gets passed in the state house, and then goes to the governor. And-
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
Alex was
Yeah.
saying like,
Did-
what was
did-
that like
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
there?
So it's in that limbo. What did you think was going to happen?
I did not think he was going to veto.
Yeah.
But, I was talking to Brian about this, and what I really think happened, and this is my conspiracy theory, but I don't think it was.
I don't think it's
I
a
don't think it's that far of
conspiracy.
a stretch. Is I think that because he signed it 30 minutes before the deadline.
Yeah.
He vetoed it 30 minutes before the deadline. I think up until those 30 minutes, he had an entire room full of people running the analytics of, if you do not veto this shit, you will not be governor. The numbers were, if you don't do this, they're going to vote against you. And I think he finally was like, okay, shit, here we go. Now he
Yeah.
called a special session for.
I mean, I don't know. I would guess for him, it took so long because you are right, but I think he was thinking it on both sides.
Yeah.
If I veto it or if I don't veto it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think they were
what
running
is-
the numbers.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
running the
What
numbers.
is what is
yeah.
the biggest?
Yeah.
And he wanted to see everybody get as mad or
Right.
as not mad
Right.
as they possibly could.
Yeah.
And I think what he saw was a lot of people being very mad
Yeah.
on the Republican side about this, and not a lot of Republicans that were standing up and being like, yeah,
Right,
get
right,
this
right,
devil
right,
shit off
right.
our streets. And so
Right.
it's like, that was, yeah, when I was just monitoring it, I was like, man, it's kind of weird. There's not a lot of church groups. There's not a
Right.
lot of because the people, the money that was behind it was like other vice.
Yeah.
And like the alcohol lobby can't be like, let's get drunk. Like
Well, yeah. I mean,
bad.
you're 100% right, and you can look at the numbers that alcohol is at an all-time low right now.
Yeah.
Like one of the top ranking
agree.
Google searches is mocktails. Like that's what people are drinking less. They're drinking. They're like, what the hell's going on? Like,
Yeah.
we want you to drink and smoke cigarettes. What's happening over here?
But he did veto it,
He did veto it. They called a special session for
Which-
July the 21st.
which we're gonna see
Yeah.
what
That is, and hopefully what it is like strict regulations. Like right now, it is kind of a wild, wild west. There should be, you should demand regulations. There should be a 21 and up on there. If we're gonna, there should be child-proof packaging. There should be, things in place for regulations.
Because right now it is hilariously loose.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it is like as easy as you can buy chips.
100%.
You can
Yeah.
buy weed,
Yeah.
like actual ass weed.
Yeah,
Which is so funny that I moved from the most weed friendly state where it has been legal since like the 90s
right.
to one of the more restrictive vice states in the union, and yet weed is more plentiful, more available, and cheaper here by far than it is in California.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the other thing too. It's because in California, you're tacking on, if you buy $100, now it's $130 because you're getting a 30% tax. And
I
as a,
hated it when they went to rec.
Yeah.
It sucks so bad. Like
Yeah.
medical was the way to go.
100%.
Like, it was actually cheap. I remember one time I went to this dispensary and I just bought they had the pre-rolls there were like
Right,
$5,
right.
and I was like, man, it's like, so you could buy 3 pre-rolls. That's way cheaper. Like for as long as you'd be high, if you and 2 friends smoked
Right.
a pre-roll each, that's like way cheaper than booze. And then now that it's all super expensive, it's
Right.
the worst. Anyway, serious weed chat. Didn't know
No,
it was
I'm-
coming. Serious weed chat, and yet it happened.
I'm actually
Serious
here
weed
for it.
chat, Boodly doop.
Yeah, bop, bop. There
Uh,
we go.
I would tell all my friends that would go to like a legal, they're going to California, Colorado, and they don't indulge, and they would say something to me like, we don't smoke, but when I get there, I'm going to eat a gummy. And I would say, don't do
Don't.
that.
Yeah.
Don't do
No,
that.
I'm actually like literally, if there were just deciding rules in Texas,
Yeah.
I would make a big argument to make gummies either A, unflavored, or B, look very much unlike food.
Right.
Look unlike food that you normally eat all of.
Right.
Like that, I think would.
Oh, how many times have we all heard the story of somebody who, I ate a bar of chocolate, and it's like, oh, god damn.
Yeah.
Well, and that's because a lot of edibles were made for stoners who have smoked every day since they
Right.
were
Right.
8.
Right.
And so they have these insane tolerances, and it's like, oh, the only thing that gets me high is 200 milligrams and blah blah blah. And it's like, that's not normal people. There's an entire community that has never done weed before, never wanted to do weed before, but now they're interested and they're curious. And what you don't want to do is banish them into a fucking coma where it's like what dreams may come for 9 hours.
Yeah.
And that's what happens, and people get like freaked out by it.
Shit,
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially you never been there. Yeah, it's a dark, scary spot.
yeah.
You know, I'd have vendors. They'd show me, hey, look, I got this new nacho cheese flavored chip, and it's 25 milligrams. I'm like, give me a whole bag of Doritos.
Yes.
Let me eat the Doritos. Like,
Yeah.
give me the whole bag of nacho flavored chips. I don't want one chip. Now I'm gonna go eat another chip.
Because that's what's so annoying is that
Yeah, it's like
Yes,
it's like
because
it's
by
like
the way,
a
what have you been trained your entire life
Right,
to
right.
eat the entire
Yeah.
bag of chips?
Right.
Nobody actually eats serving
Yeah.
sizes.
I just found out there was serving sizes on the bag. I was like, no shit, 2 servings in here? Look at that.
yeah.
The drinks are pretty good. Like
Drinks
the
are
drinks
great.
are either 5 or 10.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's like
We even-
five,
we even
five,
have, like-
five will kick you in the ass if you've never done it before. 10 will like really fuck you up. But
we even
like,
sell a
once
lot
you-
of 2s. We
Twos
sell
are
a lot of
perfect.
2s.
2s are perfect.
Like, yeah. Yeah.
There used to be mints that we would get that were 2s.
100%. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
You can be social, hang out. You're not getting
Exactly, yeah.
obliterated.
And then you can
right.
always take 2 of them.
Right.
It's like oh, I've grown out of the 1.
Right.
Now I take 2.
Right.
Like 2 Tic Tacs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did always. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do another. Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Shouts out to Dorian.
Yeah, Dorian, man. You know, a lot of people don't give Dorian credit, and I think that's wrong.
Yeah. What's up with all them people stealing Dorian's credit?
Here's the problem. Mosby says, give me 15 to 20 milligrams. Mosby, I'm going to tell you this, man.
All due respect,
All
Mosby.
due respect, dude. Hey, salute to Mosby. All right? I just want to say, Mosby, I like your YouTube channel. It's a great time. Mosby, salute. All right? Big
But-
fan of Mosby. Fuck you. Here's the reason why. And respect and salute. Respect and salute to Mosby, okay? But here's the reason why. Because everybody's like when you say that, you, like I understand that's the reflexive thing. You got to understand you're responsible for an entire new generation on both sides, both young people who don't know shit and very old people who don't know shit.
Yeah, right.
But they're
Look,
very
the
curious to
olds are
get
the
into
ones
it.
you want to
I get it.
have the.
That's
yeah.
our client,
Look,
yeah.
that's why you build a slow beach into the pool.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
great that you're jumping off that cliff, doing all them back. You're very cool, Splash.
Mosby, would you want to treat that your weed tolerance like Brian treats his subscriber count? Not to be mentioned unless somebody actively brings it up.
Yeah.
Like you just give guidance to other people that you love and care about on this thing that you also have something to know about. Now, if they're like, well, I don't know, like what do you take? Then you can go, I mean, I don't know. Give me 15, 25.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, damn, Mosby's the man. But if you're like out in Vegas for the first time and people are like, I don't know, I think I might like to try weed.
Okay. All right. All right.
Then
Now,
you're
now
like-
you do realize, you do realize that. Well, no, actually, I don't know which one you're. Yeah, you're describing a story that happened like 7 years here, where somebody was like, "The wings, are they hot?" And like, meh, meh, and then just face melts right off because it wasn't you, it was somebody working here saying that they weren't hot at all, and then they were very hot. You don't remember the story, so I am a weed. I'm in the weeds by myself. I'm in the weeds by myself. I remember the story. I'm all alone. Don't mind me. I'm just saying that's kind of like a story that I'm all by myself. All right. Alex, what do you think of fuckheads and assholes?
Don't. In the weed.
Nah.
Would you like to go left, right, or forward?
I want to smell the air. Smell air.
It smells like silence.
Oh, inventory.
Nothing.
Oh, north.
You see nothing.
Okay. Look left.
Nothing.
Inventory.
Still nothing.
Oh, north.
You see the glimmer of nothing.
West.
You see the oppability of an out. You wonder whether or not the narrator's drunk.
Open door.
You open the door.
The hack
Come into a room that has other topics.
Spin wheel.
The wheel of topics spins. It slowly clicks onto the topic. It's Brian's story about the wings.
Exit.
You exit the room.
Look.
Nothing.
North.
The bit has become tired.
All right. Yeah, shouts out Mosby.
Yeah, hey, salute to Mosby.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't salute Mosby, and I think that's fucked up.
Yeah.
What else happened this week? What's everybody angry about?
My wife went to PT Terry's because she's never been before. Not a fan.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wait, you don't like P. Terry's?
I didn't say I didn't like them.
I do 15 to 20 milligrams of P. Terry's. It's the best. I do so much P. Terry's.
Yeah.
I listen to Politics PP podcast.
Yeah, she went today. First time P. Terry's.
I've never been there.
Well,
Never in my
me
life.
and you both.
Yeah.
You've been Amy's, right? Oh, what are all the Austin brands? Torchy's is now gone nationwide.
Yeah, they're global, I think.
Amy's ice cream is that still?
that's
That
Austin?
started right on Guadalupe. Yeah.
Okay, I've never had Amy's, I don't think.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
You know what we can talk about is this restaurant, the Oasis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? When have you been there?
The last time we came down here, we'd never been there.
Yeah.
You been there?
No.
Oh, it's an amazing, beautiful view.
It is.
Undeniable.
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 Where is it?
It's at the top of a hill overlooking Lake Travis,
Okay.
and it used to be just a rundown little taco shop, and then all that hill burned down. But they're all like, oh, what was great is the views from the Oasis, and something investor something. Now it's like a crazy ass Margaritaville with instead of a porch to view, there's 75 layers. It's like layer cake looking out to get the view.
I think it's the biggest restaurant in the U.S.
Is it?
I think
the
so.
fuck?
I think it.
Really?
I think it really legitimately holds the record for the largest.
Just square footage?
It's amazingly humongous.
Imagine a condo of a restaurant just built however many stories tall just to look west and watch the sun set.
It
Damn.
seats several thousand people, like not hundreds, but here's the but that I have here.
Yeah.
I read the reviews. Nah, okay. Amazing, unbelievable views. It's really I could show later. I'll show you some pictures on my phone. Gorgeous. My kid loved it. My wife loved it. The food is not only bad, it's hilariously bad.
I don't know. The fajitas were fine. They weren't great. They were fine. Fine.
It's on the class of I would go there and pay a corking fee if they would bring Taco Cabana to the table
Gotcha.
and say, I'll just pay for the fee if you just let me
You
eat
just
the
let me
taco.
eat Taco Cabana.
Yeah.
Actually, a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
So it was what'd you get? Maybe it was just the menu
Fajitas.
item.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got the same thing he
yeah.
got.
Yeah, we got the fajitas. They were
damn.
okay, and then my wife got the fajitas. I got this $27 fish plate that came from Luby's. My kid got
He's fucking
the
so
15
Texas right
yeah.
now. This is
Yeah.
you have to know Luby's to even know that that's
Right,
an insult.
yeah.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no
But-
idea. I brought a light this time.
But the view.
Now it just looks like I'm going to tell a ghost story.
Yeah, no, now it looks like the cops are here.
All right, I'm here for it.
View is incredible. If you haven't been, you should go. The view.
No, I'm sure we will. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Wait, so it's all they built like this gigantic super condo, and they all have one kitchen.
It's
It's all the same menu.
it's
No?
like
Yep.
layers and layers.
There's 3 menus.
Nope, this is 100% correct. Yeah,
There's
what-
layers and layers of this restaurant. Like just
Yeah.
layers
Like
and
picture-
layers.
There's
picture-
floors, but one menu.
Picture.
One
Okay.
Really?
Here's what happened.
Seems
Here's what
dumb.
they go into the architects.
Have several menus.
All right. No, look. Here's what happened. They, hello, we're investors of the Oasis. We understand you're an architect, yes, and I understand you want a particular type of buildings. They're like, yes, and then they grab the desk lamp. They set down the desk lamp, and they're like, that's the sun. And the architect's like, okay, and they're like, and this. And they pull out a literal cornucopia. They lay out a cornucopia and just point it towards the lamp. They're like, make the restaurant like that. And then this is where all the people will look at the golden ball setting.
I get that part.
Okay.
I'm talking about the menu.
All right. I just don't think we're real clear on the shape of the building.
shape of the
I don't know if you're not paying attention.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a lot of people could see the sunset because the sun
Yes.
goes down. Sundowner
Sundowner
in the weeds.
in the weeds,
15 to
Gotcha.
20 milligrams.
but not if you have just started.
Stone hands.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
It is like an airport restaurant with a good view. But then again, I guess an airport restaurant has a good view of planes.
Of airport.
Yeah.
airport. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why I like
that
the
tracks.
Venetian in Las Vegas, because you feel like you're just somewhere else. You know, they got the ceiling with the clouds. And
Yep,
everything.
yep.
Like really, like you kind of forget for a little bit where you're at.
How were the fajitas there?
The Venetian,
Yeah.
top tier.
Top-
Yeah, top tier.
You should tell the
Yeah.
Oasis next time you're there.
But so
Like,
here's my
have you been to the Venetian? Because that's where you need to learn your craft.
my point is there's no reason for the food not
To be that
to
shitty.
be that shitty. It doesn't have to be. You know, we're not looking for a Michelin star. We're not
Yeah.
looking for phenomenal. We're looking for. That's pretty good. Chili's is pretty good.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You can't complain about Chili's.
Yeah.
$10.99, 3 items on there. Okay, fuck. I'm gonna
Is it
pay.
expensive at the Oasis?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's real expensive
But you can understand for the view.
for the view. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're paying for the view, but for the prices that you're paying, even though you're paying for the view, you could get decent food. Doesn't have to be phenomenal. Just make it better.
So they are fucking up beyond the expected upcharge.
I'd love to hear you whenever. I'd love to talk to you after you go.
Yeah, I'd probably not like it. I mean, so what is? It's all Tex-Mex.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
Gotcha.
And there's a little bit of seafood in there, but yeah, it's yeah,
I would be really pumped to just go get the most expensive shit.
right.
Man.
Yeah, yeah,
That'd be a great. I'm sure. I don't know. There's got to be a TikTok on this.
yeah.
Like, is I fell into Austin food TikTok. There's a lot of it.
There's
Holy
oh yeah.
shit.
Well, there's some really
There's
good
so
food.
many people that are like, I went to and I got.
Do you see the cowboy Rizbot running around on TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Unitary robots.
Yeah. Little oh wait, related video. This was dope. They had like a soccer tournament with robots, little 2-foot robots. They kept falling on their face, and it was hilarious. They fall on their face, but instead of just going and grabbing it by the ankle or whatever, they came out with a stretcher. And they put
Oh,
the little
that's-
robot
that's
on a
great.
stretcher and run out. It was great.
In Vegas, they had the the robot waiter that comes up.
Yep.
And I was telling patrons of the strangers, I was like, oh, that's if you want a drink, they're free. Like they just come.
Oh,
around.
that's great.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
I watched. Saw Friendship for a third time. That movie's great.
Oh,
Oh
Friendship?
shit! I
Great.
still haven't seen it.
It's great. It's on it's on VOD, so
Oh, it is?
You could just buy it
Oh,
for
great.
It's not rental circuit yet. It's you could buy it for
You can
21
buy it.
bucks.
Yeah.
But just buy it.
Yeah,
Just
that's
buy
what we did with Sinners. Oh, no,
Yeah.
no, I think we rented Sinners, but still, like.
What is this movie?
it. It's Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd.
It is
Oh,
the
yeah, I just saw-
A24,
yeah.
Like, I think it was log lined as "I love you, man" for sickos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how or why they marketed it the way they did. Whatever you've heard, that's not the movie
not
it
the
is.
movie.
Like, yeah.
It's a whole nother thing.
like you'll get like
sports movie.
yeah, you'll get whatever you were sold,
Yeah.
but that's whatever you'll be like, yep.
There's a whole nother point.
But
to it.
yes, that's the rest of it is the reason you should watch it. Like,
Yeah, I think I think I picked up that there was a lot more to it when it wasn't popular.
yep, and yet
it's like-
the
because it's
Rotten
like-
Tomatoes are
because it's
still
like, by
very
the
high.
way, just do a comedy where Paul Rudd and Tim Robbins open a Subway, and it'll probably make a fair amount of money.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
it was like, no, this is the A24. It's like it's got another layer, man. And so I want to see that because I like A24 movies and I like everybody involved.
Yeah, if I'm almost certain this is in no way a spoiler, but the first time I watched it, loved it, and I thought, I don't think that I think there's more to that movie. And then Bonnie pointed out, like, yeah, it's really about this fourth character. I'm like, the fourth character that's barely in it and always in the background, like, yep. And I watched it again, I'm like, damn, it is about that fourth character. She's terrible. And then I watched it again, and I'm like, I
You're
think I
almost
noticed.
assuredly getting into spoilers now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, all right. You know what? You're right.
I watched Fargo for the first time and thought it was horrible.
Which one?
The
first one? Yeah?
And then I
movie
rewatched
or
the movie.
Okay,
Not
the
the
movie, not the show.
not the show.
TV shows, man,
Yeah.
could do no wrong. I don't understand how they keep doing it perfect. But you didn't like the movie?
When I first watched it, I was like, "This is stupid," and then I rewatched it and I was like, "Holy shit, this is great!" Like,
Yeah.
loved it.
Have you watched the TV show?
No,
TV show, every single season is extraordinary,
Banger.
and you can watch all of them in any order. It doesn't matter. They all take place in different decades
Right,
and
yeah,
times
yeah.
and stuff, and they're all perfect.
Yeah.
They are
Well,
all
They're-
perfect.
like it's basically like they're like, oh, it's called Fargo because Fargo is the thing you call upper Midwestern crime drama, where at least two characters are dipshits,
yeah.
and one of them is like really sinister.
Also, every time, just randomly a little bit supernatural. just apropos of nothing, some supernatural.
Just the idea.
But also,
as
don't
far
worry
as
about that.
anybody else knows. Yeah, it's like oh, like this person just says they're supernatural, and they're like, oh, well, how would you know? You're just a guy.
Yeah.
Definitely surprise aliens in one of them. Just straight up UFO shows up, little Close Encounters of the Third Kind. But don't worry, just around the time you're getting annoyed, you're like, I'm sorry, we overstepped, I'm out.
No spoiler.
No spoilers. He's almost positive these are no spoilers.
The third time I watched it.
Oh my god.
Nah, friendship's great. I'll watch it a fourth time with you.
I know. I need to watch it. The problem is with the baby. It's so fucking hard to watch things. We had I had to carve out time to watch Sinners. Did you watch Sinners yet?
No, but then again, I rip-offs of From Dusk Till Dawn. You know what? I didn't have the best time watching From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh yeah, you didn't like From Dusk Till Dawn.
I liked the first half, and then it turned into a vampire movie.
Tarantino half.
Yeah.
It became a Robert Rodriguez movie.
But I'm told that despite that, Sinners is great, even if you don't like the vampires.
It would be more like if From Dusk Till Dawn remained consistent tonally.
I've been told that the real game is the cultural game of chess of being invited in, because there are multiple factions.
Spoilers.
Okay.
I have not seen it.
All right.
From what I've heard, and you could clarify this, is like, well,
I'm almost positive this is what I've told you.
okay. Then, yeah, spoilers. I'm going to explain it to you. There are different classes of folks who need to be invited in for different reasons, and
No, there's one class. Vampires.
well, but also this.
Vampires need to be invited in.
That's
Yeah.
how it goes, right?
But so you know the premise.
Not at all. Nothing.
I
I mean, I know it's vampires.
yeah,
I've heard
Ryan-
really
yeah,
good things.
Yeah, Ryan
I've heard
Coogler,
yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
Dan
plays two
33 is pointing
characters.
out that Justin explained it to me on this very show. This is great. This is the best. I'm so glad we do this at the bar now. We're saving so much time.
I'm just so glad that I'm the one who takes leaded gasoline. Racist era Mississippi or Alabama. I forget which old racist southern state it
It's
takes place in.
2024.
Yeah. Old like Chicago gangsters is twins, black twins,
Right.
come back to their home deep south town and they're like, fuck it, we have this money and we have a bunch of booze, we're gonna open up a juke joint.
Sure. Yeah.
And then vampires happen.
Yeah.
But compared to like From Dusk Till Dawn, which starts off as like it was like Tarantino's first script that he sold.
Right,
So it was
right.
like every Tarantino idea. Dorian, if you could, thank you. Yeah. Instead of it going from like a very Tarantino heist kind of script to this like gonzo, ridiculous,
right.
shoot 'em up thing, it's very consistent throughout. Like all the themes that they're setting up at the beginning pay off at the end. But what Brian's referring to is that the racial tensions of which largely it's all like there's no point in which a rich white guy is like, well, nah, can you please let me in? In fact, the movie is like very self-conscious about the fact that they don't have enough racist power-mongering white people,
Right.
and then it hilariously overcorrects in like the final 10 minutes. But there's all this like element of the underclass of
Right.
like when the underclass gets money, when do you let people in? And like that's the allegory that is kind of dealt with. And it's vampire stuff is kind of stupid because it always means that you have to explain a fucking
Unless it's What We Do in the Shadows, in which case it's deadly serious and awesome.
Yeah, but even then it's like What We Do in the Shadows is great as a series because it's like you can explain the rule manual once
Mm-hmm.
and then just go have a story.
Yeah.
In a vampire movie, it's always like, okay, how are they going to spend the 15 minutes where they explain to us what kind of vampires these are?
Right.
And somebody says at some point after the inciting incident, it's like, wait a minute, can I kill him this way?
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's just in movies.
Oh.
And it's like, wait, can I kill him this way? It's like, yes. We've decided that you can kill him this way. What about this way? It's like, maybe. We'll have to find out for the third act whether or not this plan will work.
I ate garlic. We know.
But yeah,
In the weeds.
great.
Alone.
it's actually there's a whole garlic.
Oh,
I used
okay.
to play like airsoft, like
Yep.
heavily.
Yep.
And one time we went to this
Oh, that's
field.
right.
Yeah.
Fucking Danny. Danny had like a literal was it M16 or AR
Yeah,
something.
yeah, M16.
Yeah, with that was it was a legitimate
like a
automatic
1-to-1.
firearm
Yeah.
that they retrofitted to airsoft.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it just straight up and yeah.
Yeah. And we went to this field where this competition field and this other team there, and they said, hey, do you have a high capacity magazine? We're like, yeah. They said, well, we go for realism here. We only allow 10 rounds at a time. And we said, okay, we're on their field, we're gonna play.
Yeah.
And then right before the whistle starts, the guy says, yeah, but you get 2 deaths. If you get out, you get to come back in.
Yeah.
Like, oh, since we're going for realism. Like,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That was the
You only live twice.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Bond style.
Oh man, we can't even talk about Bond stuff. I'm like, man, I feel like we talked about it, and then I realized it was 48 hours ago when we did on Cord Killers. Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Who do you want to be James Bond?
Yeah. Do you want a skeleton? I know a Chalamet.
Do you think that's a bad idea? I don't know. Chalamet can do no wrong, in my opinion.
Why? Just because he's awesome at everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because he just keeps getting challenging roles and knocking
Did-
them out of the park.
Did William H. Macy ever make a bad movie?
Oh, assuredly.
I mean, but if
name
ain't
a
nobody
bad
seen it, then how can you know? What's the worst Brad Pitt movie?
The problem is you never remember.
I want to see the new one.
The F1?
Yeah, F1.
The Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, you
that's
didn't
just
like that?
racist.
You didn't like that one?
The Mexican.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't appreciate. He felt like it worked. He felt like
In me, like in your mind, you're like, this son of a bitch like this movie.
If you like the Mexican, it would make me feel bad about the other Mexicans.
I thought the Mexican tried too hard, worked too hard. Damn it, fuck! It was worked too hard. Damn it! I just sat on it. I didn't spoil it, and then I said tried too hard. Fuck.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. The Mexican was fine. It was, I think it was just it was an awkward moment in time because it thought it had like the perfect cast for its era,
Right.
and then it just didn't deliver. But that's the only thing I can think of as a Brad Pitt disappointment because usually like we just remember the good things. We
Right.
forget any shitty movie that came out.
Do you think Interview with the Vampire holds up?
Today,
Yeah.
I think they could redo it right now.
Yeah.
It did. It was a show, wasn't it?
No, but I'm saying Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise.
Oh, everybody
Yeah.
just come right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Christian
Run it,
Slater,
run it,
back.
run it the
Yeah.
fuck back.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what they do? They just digitally or they just run the same footage of Brad Pitt and
Right.
Dude.
Tom Cruise, but then they just have a more wizened.
Why the
Christian
fuck
Slater.
don't they do that? Like now we have so many streaming services where it's like, would you not click on Interview with a Vampire? We just fucking ran it back.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna get that. We were talking about like the
William
layers
H.
of.
Macy was in the Marmaduke movie.
I bet he really elevated that one.
You're like watching the Marmaduke movie and you're like, yeah, but imagine this shit without Macy.
Oh man, he saved it. This CGI dog was really phoning it in.
Like I felt it when he yelled, Marmaduke.
What is the what's the dad's name from Juno? Incredible.
J. Jonah Jameson, right?
Oh, J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, yeah.
Yeah.
We watched my first time that I was like, oh, this guy's like for real. We watched the extras from Juno.
Yeah.
And people are reading the script, right?
Yeah.
They have the script and they're reading it and they're going through it. And every scene where he's reading, there's no script.
Oh, because he has it all
all-
memorized, of course. Yeah.
And he's just going through. I was like, God, you're like, this guy is hardcore.
What are you gonna do with this baby?
Well, we gotta get the truth out about Spider-Man.
You couldn't do the Canadian accent?
Again, like I'm very adventurous. Like literally look up the Newfie accent. Like,
Okay.
it's hard to do. That's a double black diamond.
All right.
The man, Whiplash. First time I saw it, J.K. Simmons, bad guy. He's a bad guy. And then 10 years later, I watch Whiplash. And I'm like, now that's how you train
Why are they
someone.
so mean?
It's like
so mean to this
That's
great educator who only
I said-
wants to bring the best out of his.
I watched it with Josie. I was like, he's so right. I'm so sorry, sweetie. The arts suck. This is what it takes.
That's the one about the symphony or
Yeah, jazz.
drumming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw the trailer for that. Looks great.
Oh my God, you got to watch it. It's great.
No, they did the same movie though with the symphony lady.
With Tar.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
It's like fucking, I'm Whiplash, but I'm a lady. And I'm sympathy
Lady
bad
Whiplash.
now. So I'm yelling at more kids. It's like, how do you amp shit up for the sequel? More different instruments, but I'm still mad and I'm a lady.
Kazoo Monster. Podcast teacher.
Fuck you,
Ah,
oboe!
He threw.
You oboe piece of shit! You don't do it. You go boo. That's how you fucking do it. When I tell you to go boo, you go boo.
It's about a bunch of kids with automatones.
Thank you. That's a great moment for someone to hand me another beer. Yeah.
You'll have really impressive bladders. I just like to say.
What was
He's been holding on strong.
What's that?
I said
Or
you-
bladders?
Yeah, your bladders are very impressive.
See, that's why you got to do a total evacuation beforehand. Although Justin,
I've been known. I've been known to fuck off in the middle of a show.
yeah,
They call me Fuck Off Jones.
yeah.
For how often that I fuck off in the middle of a show to go pee.
They-
I usually hope it's because Brian's on a heater.
Oh yeah.
I try to wait until Brian is like deep into talking about like a
Some-
video
sometimes-
game or
some-
some shit he saw on the internet.
Sometimes it's in a Bonnie story where he's the only one who hasn't already heard it.
But I don't know that.
Well, except for he would when I told him you're the only one who hasn't heard this already, and
That's
this
true.
Shaggy
I was
Dog
also
story
on
is
my
for
phone
you.
before I left.
Yes.
So I was in double bed.
Yeah,
I
he was
double-
not
I was
listening
on
during the
my phone
warning,
looking
and then
forward.
got up and left. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm look, I'm not saying that Fuck Off Jones is popular. I don't wear Fuck Off Jones as a badge of honor. But it is who I am.
Yeah.
And that's
Indeed
all
it
that I
is.
am.
Well, shoot, man, we went a bit long. It's been an hour and a half. You got you got any weed to promote?
Do I have any weed to promote? Yeah. I mean, if you want to shoot over to Relax CBD, relaxwith2x's.com. We're always throwing out weekly specials over there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What,
I'll head on over to Relax with
example
Two X's.
of a weekly special at Relax.
We do every single day of the week. We have something different going on. So there's a posted calendar that'll lay out like what the deals are. So like
Sure.
Mondays we do Munchie Monday, where you get 15% off any edible
Damn.
in the store.
It's gonna save you money. It's putting money
yeah.
back in your pocket.
Yeah,
I mean, you might actually get us out of. You might solve the national debt
with
with
that.
weed.
With weed,
At this point, you're making money.
right?
If all America did is spend its budget on your weed,
Then we're
we'd
good,
be making money.
right?
So we got Relax with
That's
Two
an
X.
idea I had after eating some edibles at Relax.
We got Relax with Two X. We got Politics PP podcast.
Yeah, the Politics PP is streaming live around the world.
I'm
right
loving
now.
Politics PP, man. I want it in my
PP,
mouth.
Baby. I'm sure that's weird.
Straight-
It usually is in your ear, but you want Politics
Well, no,
PP in your
but then
mouth.
I can say
Free country.
freak off country.
Politics PP is number one in your hearts and in your minds. No, we talked all about the one big beautiful bill and whether or not it's going to pass tomorrow. Spoiler alert: I think it is.
Is OpenAI
I will
still
tell you this.
number two?
Oh yeah, new OpenAI podcast that's out right now. Shit, I'm gonna read you exclusive reporting. Exclusive reporting.
Uh-oh, Sclusy.
So
Is
I
there
talked-
a AI podcast right now that's just pure AI?
yeah, the
many.
OpenAI podcast.
No. He's saying like made by AI.
Oh, made
Yeah,
by
yeah.
Yeah, no, there are plenty of those.
Yeah.
There's a daily podcast, and the guy literally says, "Hey, I'm very busy this week. There's a lot happening," and like he hands off to himself. He's like, "I know you guys want daily. Here, I'm showing up daily. Here's robot me," and it's his own voice, and you could just kind of slightly tell that it's slightly off.
Yeah.
But it's the day's news from that guy.
So, source I have in the house. He was trying to talk to me about like, oh man, these people are gonna stop it. They're gonna like force it to another thing. Blah blah blah. Oh, actually, I don't know why. Oh, yeah, I probably shouldn't read this. I should probably not make
So anyway,
decisions when
so-
I'm 2 beers in. I
Here's
shouldn't burn. Like, there's no reason.
What does confidential mean?
Anyway, yeah, that was a bad idea. Check swing.
so anyway.
Still strike. Anyway, politics PP.
Yep.
It's dripping all over the place.
Yeah.
Brian, what do you have to plug?
Nothing.
Oh.
I done plugged out. I bled out.
Do you have a new? I mean, everybody.
You have-
Oh, you know what?
About
Actually,
how good this event was. Is there another
hold on.
event?
Do we have the new SKUs?
If you search for weird and search for September 19th through 21st,
Oh, we don't have the one in December on there? Okay. All right. So, yeah, if you go to scamstuff.com, search for the word weird. We're going to do another one of these do your weird things workshop. Next one is September 19th through 21st. Some international fans will know that's right before Scoop Fest. Why don't you stop by Austin, Texas, hang out with me and Matt Donnelly on your way out to Scoop Fest, have your mind blown. Zach Carter's there, right in the chat. It was great. It was a great event. And you learn a lot. It's no holds barred. You know, we launched a
Not
video.
just gonna make you laugh.
It's gonna
It's gonna
make
make you think.
It's like the Fat Albert of events I do.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
Well, I'm glad that we could talk about it. I mean, it took me a second to warm up to the idea, but the no, like we launched a video. We were able to see real time course correction with titles and thumbnails and stuff, and it's on its way. I don't know, halfway to 100,000 views now, and
Fuck yeah.
all of that back end, like it's the real shit, man. If you're in the want to create independent media, that's it.
That's it.
That's the one.
Brian, what did we learn tonight?
Man, we learned that this time I didn't even ask permission. I just showed up like we belonged here, and then somebody said, "Oh, what are you
wrote
pamphlets?
TikTok?
Yeah.
You on the TikToks?"
We learned R.I.P. Fuck off Jones.
Oh man, we learned that that quoting your confidential sources on your third beer, maybe not the best. Real Dan Patrick of an idea.
We learned that Brian is going to make everybody be very, very conscious of the fourth lead in friendship.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't even get to mention. Pay attention to colors. That's it.
Yeah.
Bye.
Now do the end. Do the end.
Oh no, Diet Tag is true.
No, just the tag. Just the
Okay.
tag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diamond Club hopes you've enjoyed this program.
Ha 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 ha.
Ooh, surprises abound. Yeah, we got it.
All right, now I'm gonna
Now,
fuck off.
see now old Ironsides. Here. Yeah. Thanks for being so patient with no chat. Yeah. Just go to youtube.com/Modern Rogue and you can see that chat. That chat though. It took me a second to figure out the rhythm on the. Oh. Yeah, we're still live, but that's fine. That's right. You call it movie phone. You're gonna find out. Find out. No. I stopped the recording.
There's a little bit of an after show.
Yeah. No. Sneak attack live stream. Well, we'll see him.
You feel lonely. Abandoned.
North. Inventory. Control F4. DIR. Nope. All right. Yeah, let's see what we got here. All right, rapid fire. Ask me questions, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Then we're gonna wrap it up. Oh, hold on. Oh, there it is. Sorry, say that again.
Hawk Worley asked, so the event went well?
Yeah, dude. Event went great. By the way, if anybody wants to talk in my pocket, I figured out how to use the Patreon chat, and so that's the only thing I maintain inbox 0 with. Not even my inbox is inbox 0, but I'm always up to date on the Patreon chat, which I'm going to right now. Yep. Nope. I'm still caught up on it. Hawk was the last thing to say something, and he was looking forward to hearing about it. You know, that's the funny thing. It's like if we, I mean, really, all I want to say is how good it was. I mean, it exceeded all my hopes and dreams. When are we getting a new Mikey quiz? That'd be interesting. I wonder, is Mikey going to be at Scoop Fest? You think, Justin?
He's been at all the other ones, so I'd assume so. just watched his newest video about Marvel.
Is he for it or against it?
He was mostly talking about the creative weight that eventually collapsed in on itself in the last phase. Which I mean, as always, he's got a fucking stellar mind for film criticism. There were quibbles and nibbles that I would that I would point of order on, but
Nibbles and nibbles.
yeah. But yeah, when are we getting a new Mikey quiz? I don't know. I mean, I think we're still tinkering here on what the what the base is.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to figure out. We need a
tinker.
job. We need a job to do on this program. Our job used to be to set fire to the internet, and then our job was to show all the weird corners of the internet, and then our job was to do a show standing in front of mics, and then our job was to be confessional. To be honest, if our job is to sit here and drink a backspin, then we've been practicing for this one for a while.
Fucking the role I was born to play.
Weird Things has lagged behind because of scheduling difficulties. We were supposed to do one on Friday, but I was on Daily Tech News Show and doing the event.
Yeah. And we've just had, it turns out everybody on Weird Things is busy.
Pretty busy.
Busy. Oh, yeah, I was the problem the week before because I was in Ohio,
Yeah.
where there is no internet. They haven't invented the internet yet in Ohio.
It doesn't exist.
No. They're hoping to get it in the next 4 years.
They get Canadian internet.
They do, which is basically like 15% of the internet. But, it'll get better when it goes to LA.
I wanted to.
You know what always fascinated me spending time in the UK?
Yep.
It's like, you know how people make jokes about, Android started this first, like the joke with about Apple, like, we've been doing that for years.
Yeah, Samsung's had that for 10 years.
Right. Well, in the UK, like legitimately, like the things that we're seeing now, there were so many things. Like you go to a restaurant and you never give somebody your credit card.
Yeah, I don't like that about that though.
You don't like it at the table
Bullshit.
because they're standing like pressuring you, or
Yeah, well, I mean, like Chip and Pin. Now they're actually outdated.
right. Now
they're
now, yeah. But they were doing this shit in like 2012.
They were, yes.
Like
We got breaking accents.
We see there's a good reason for that now, because if we look out this way, we see we're anchored in Macquarie, so we got about a half mile visibility. So beyond that, I'd say we're only about 3,000 miles away from Ireland, and that would be why we sound.
I think you could do it.
I don't think so, man. That's a challenging one because it's a hat and a hat to my ear.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe imagine like somebody with darker skin, but also
You want me to put
I'm just
another hat?
That was kinda
another
like,
three-colored hat.
well,
on
yeah.
top of the two hats that already exist? No,
Yes,
I
yeah.
refuse.
Yes.
I'm refusing the call.
Oh. Okay.
That was
Yeah.
like, was it Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels? Brad Pitt,
Oh no.
yeah.
No, that was
No,
Snatch.
Snatch.
Yeah, with the pikey
Yeah,
accent. Yeah. That's that movie did not hold up when I showed it to my teenage daughter. It was
Really?
Yeah, what read as manic and fast paced in 1999 does not nowadays. Now it just seems silly. Opening silly.
I mean, it has an irreverent energy to it.
Yes, but also slow. It's
Oh,
slower than you remember.
Yeah.
But everybody's but then like okay, like remember that opening scene where it's like, oh, the old Jewish rabbis are robbing a bank.
Yeah.
But and it's like you remember it being all like fast paced energy, lots of cuts, and then at one point the screen flips around or whatever. Now I want you to picture it in today vision. It's roughly at the speed with which a Batman villain would monologue is how slow. It's a good like 4 seconds to do its okay guys, we're doing a somersault with the look at how manic it is.
You ever watch some old Charles Bronson movies? Like,
Oh yeah.
like
Not
No.
last one I watched was Telephone.
yeah, it's great because it's like you're talking about like you. I remember this being like one of the. This was like,
Pulse pounding.
yeah, and now it's like, oh, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I think that's code for turn off the
That's
stream.
good? Is
Yeah.
that good?
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We very much appreciate your time and effort. We're going to pass the plate now. So if you would like to give us money, then go ahead and just throw it on your floor. We'll
Yeah,
pick it
throw
up
it on
later
the door.
tonight.
You got to wish really hard. If the money's still there,
Yeah.
it means you didn't wish hard enough.
Exactly.
All right.
So-
We believe in you. You're gonna wish it up.
Put it in your sock.
Put it-
And go to sleep. And if you wake up, then you're a dipshit with money in your sock. Fuck you.
All right.
Our plan is complete.
Bye. Bye.